Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today. We are taking a look at the month of October for Scorpio. So wherever you happen to have a Scorpio in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on a Scorpio, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to have you here today. Now we are going to be finding out what you will be reaping this month of October, Scorpio. You know, we have the haystack for karma. You will reap what you have sown. So, you know, that either makes you feel really happy or not so much, depending on what you've been putting out into the universe. So, you know, this is your gentle reminder to be more mindful and aware that you are literally manifesting all the time. So if you don't like what's been coming towards you, check in with your thoughts and your feelings. You are the only one that can change it. And I want to say a big happy birthday to any of my October Scorpios. I hope you have an amazing month of October. So please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so that can really affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out. I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling a bit of a challenge for me sometimes, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. You know, whenever that happens, I tend to drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so that I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, if you would like to purchase something from my wish list, like a card deck or a candle, something for my household or something for my fur babies, or if you would just like to make a donation, that can all be found in that description box down below. So make sure you check that out. Now, before we get into cards, I am going to get a zodiac sign message from the spirit board. That is what Spirit has chosen for this month of October. So, all right, Spirit, Scorpio, October 2025, a zodiac sign message. What is it that Scorpio needs to know here? And you have Capricorn coming through. So, all right. Capricorn is December 22nd to January 19th. The keywords are status quo, serious and mature, materialism, organized, responsible, structure, crystallize, permanent, traditional, conservative, cautious, responsible, realistic, test of time, authority figures, discipline, concern, fulfill obligations, concentrate, endure restriction, scaling the mountain. Capricorn's symbolic meaning. A mountain goat symbolizes Capricorn. The mountain goat is tireless as it makes its way to the tops of mountain after mountain. Most Capricorns are equally tireless in their efforts to get to the top of their respective profession. Most people might think that Capricorns desire above all to attain the respect of the masses. It is more accurate to say that they crave the respect of those whom they themselves respect. I have a Capricorn moon, you guys. My Capricorn moon is always pushing me. We need to do this. We need to get this done. Make your list. Check it off. You know, things like that. This is as important to them as is living in wealth and style. Yet another way they gain the respect of the in crowd. To get to the top, Capricorns are willing to do what is expected of them. This gets them the reputation of being conservative when deep inside they are quite sensual. They are conservative in the best sense of the word. You conserve what you have so that you will have enough when you need it. This is true practicality. Capricorns make wonderful executives. In fact, it is difficult for them to show their true worth until they are left alone to assume some kind of definite responsibility, if I can even talk today. Once they feel this weight resting on their shoulders and realize that it is up to them, they will rise to the occasion, succeeding where others would give up. Once they make something of themselves, they display a kind of energy that can overcome almost any obstacle. So, you know, like the mountain goat is built for its environment, you are built for your Scorpio. So maybe you have Capricorn in your birth chart. Like I said, it's my moon and one of my nodes. I get it switched up. So, and then, or you could be dealing with a Capricorn, someone with Capricorn in their birth chart. And it's perfectly okay if you don't know. I mean, we don't always know our own birth chart, let alone that of everyone we interact with. So, all right, let's get some spell casting oracle messages here for you, Scorpio, for this month of October. Let's see what Scorpio needs to know here. You have prosperity coming in. Hey, hey, love that. Let's see what else here, Scorpio. You have freedom coming in here. Ooh, okay, prosperity, freedom. Looks like you're off to a pretty good start here. You also have healing coming in, and animals coming in here as well for you. So, all right, some interesting messages here. We're going to start with that prosperity. It's been a long, hard slog, and you've wondered if you'll ever reap the benefits you've worked so diligently for. I mean, that Capricorn energy pushing you, I believe you will. As you face financial responsibility, a little extra cash would certainly be very welcome at this time. Remain calm and courageous, for your constant worry and concerns are about to be a thing of the past as a successful and flourishing circumstance beckons. The energy of affluence surrounds you, signaling that opulence and financial success is yours for the taking. Wealth is knocking on your door and asks you to invite in a little luxury, for this is a most prosperous time. Yes, sign me up for that. Yes, please. All right, we have freedom. Your power is eternal, and yet you're held down by the heaviness of burdens tied into emotional commitment. Somebody fears your power, having recognized your full potential on all levels, and has led you to buy into false doubt, worry, and insecurity. Restriction and control has dimmed your spirit and suffocated the expression of your soul. It's time to fly the nest and release yourself from those who have clipped your wings. Each of us has been gifted with free will, so rise freely above anything that's enslaved and imprisoned you, and allow your loaded mind to be liberated as your heart and soul soar to new heights. And something I have to share, Spirit is just like, share this, share this, share this, okay? So my mom is a Capricorn, and her mom, my grandma, was a Scorpio, so I kind of find it fitting that, you know, and my grandma's mother was a Capricorn, so Capricorn, Scorpio, Capricorn. So I find it kind of funny it showed up that way, but I love it. I love signs and synchronicities like that. All right, we have healing. Health issues and chronic pain take their toll, affecting the way you live your life. Be humble and seek the appropriate help and medication, but allow to the healing energy of the spirit to soothe your discomfort. Investigate the beneficial healing properties of natural remedies by seeking out a qualified herbalist, or gain relief through natural energy healing practices such as Reiki or meditation. Reducing your intake of alcohol, caffeine, and sugar will raise your energetic vibration on all levels. So take sensible steps to ensure the restoration of your health, and listen to the signs your body is trying to tell you. For some, I feel like you need rest. Like, let yourself rest. Like you're running on fumes here. Alright, you also have animals. You often feel that you'd much prefer the company of furry and feathered friends to that of the human variety. You understand animals are special, for they hold no judgment, only a pure love that radiates on a cosmic level. Show your appreciation of their loyalty and personal qualities by taking time out with an animal companion or playing with a beloved pet. The love you share with animals is special and continues when they pass over, as they remain faithfully by your side in spirit. Losing an animal companion who's wandered far from home is a heartbreaking worry. Your prayers for protection will guide them safely back at this time. Ooh, okay, so even if they're lost, you know, you're still connected no matter what, you guys, is what I'm taking from that. All right, Scorpio, let's find out what's going on in the love department for you this month of October. This can include yourself, family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So if you're like, hey Gigi, I really love my job, I really love the people I get to work with, the people I get to interact with, or I really love my hobbies, then guess what? That is all included here as well. Now you do have this fluke, disappointment in a friend or lover, but you know, you have to check in with yourself and be really real. Are you disappointed because you set unrealistic expectations for these people? All right, you have the Fan, romance, celebration, and party, something worth celebrating. And you know, for you October Scorpios, you know, it could be your birthday. You have this wall for misunderstanding. So, you know, that could be part of the disappointment as well when these misunderstandings take place. But you also have the Gong for an exciting event. Something is coming up, you guys, that's worth celebrating. You're gonna get over the misunderstandings. You're gonna get past the disappointment. You also have this Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. So, you know, someone's being cocky, but you know, it's different if they can back it up or not. And like I said, you have to be really really real. You have to check in with yourself. Are you the rooster in this situation? Maybe you're disappointing your own self. You know, could literally be anything, because there are so many of us. The possibilities are literally endless here. So, you know, sometimes with misunderstandings, you know, when we have hurt feelings and our walls go up. So, you know, it happens as a way to protect ourselves. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finance for you this month of October, Scorpio. I always like to know what's going on with my money, honey. I'm always like, hey, yo, give me $1 million. You know, like, how nice would it be if you woke up tomorrow and there's just $1 million sitting in all of your accounts? I'd be like, yep, I manifested that. I sure did. Show me my dadgum money right now. All right, you do have career coming in here. There is a desk, so maybe you're taking courses or online classes, seminars, you know, to further your education, you know, helping you get ahead in your career. You could be going to school for the first time or going back to school to learn. Slow down, pay attention to your work. It could be a desk job, or it could just be that you are learning. All right, you have the boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Your ships are literally coming in. You also have the egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. It is a golden egg for a golden opportunity, and eggs are also a sign of fertility. So could be you're in a fertile period of your life. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get pregnant. Fertility can mean multiple things. All right, you do have this lobster for financial pinch. Ouch. But you know, your girl here is like, if you got lobster money, if you can afford to buy lobster, as long as you're not living above your means, then you're not doing too bad, because, you know, lobster is expensive. So, and you know, you're Scorpio, so I think you're showing up for yourself a little bit here. You know, maybe you do want to check in and, you know, check your receipts, check your where your money is going a little bit there, Scorp. So, all right, let's see what's going on in life for you, Scorpio. You know, life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you pump your brakes and use some Vaseline? And life's like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, just because I can don't mean I want to, you know. I'd like to coast on Easy Street, have my address be on Easy Street just for once. I mean, that sounds amazing to me. All right, you have the grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. So, you know, the grasshopper greatly outweighs these blades of grass, but the grasshopper's not worried about falling off. He just keeps hopping, you know, because he knows that if he does fall, he's going to be okay. He'll just hop back up on another blade of grass. We have the wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So, you know, you got to take a hold of the wheel of the reins. You are the only one that should be steering the course or the direction of your life. So, maybe you feel like you're spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere. You have dogs, getting together with friends. Remember to have fun. You know, there's something we're celebrating, like I said, I know for October Scorpios, it's your birthday. You also have the rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. You've gone through the storm. You've gone through the rain. The sun is shining on you again. Rain helps things grow, so it's not a bad thing. All right, let's get a message from the moon. The moon is all about changes in our lives. The moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get a message from Mama Moon here for Scorpio for October. What is it that Scorpio needs to know? You have a full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life, the natural flow, you guys. You also have a first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power, that taking hold of that wheel is part of stepping into your power. All right, full moon in Gemini here. Embrace the flow of life. Strike a balance. Literally all areas of our life require balance between talking rings around people and seeing what they have to teach you. Like I said, you are learning. It's important to accept where you are so you can move to where you want to be. Your manifestation affirmation. I share kind, loving words with the people in my life. Ooh, I like that. I share kind, loving words with the people in my life. Speak love, life, and positivity into, other people, yourself, situations, especially the future, because it's not yet written in stone. It is a blank canvas. You can create whatever you want, so you might as well paint a masterpiece for yourself. All right, first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. This represents a mix of having the courage to chase your goals no matter what anyone else says, while still planning and being strategic. Whatever you're doing right now, remember that as well as passion, you need a plan. That's the way to overcome any obstacles. And you can say, energies of the first quarter moon in Aries, thank you for giving me confidence I need to chase my dreams. Go after it, you guys. If you can dream it and you can believe it, then you can absolutely achieve it. You have to believe. All right, let's get a sixth sense connection oracle message here for you for this month of October, Scorpio. This is a message from your higher self, and you have a number 30 here for change. So something changing, transforming. All right, let's see what we have here. Change is nowhere near as scary as history that keeps repeating itself, that wheel feeling stuck. It's time to move forward and break old repetitive patterns. When in a forest, it's not always easy to see the wood for the trees. Ask for help and avoid repeating the same old mistakes. Accepting help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Know that your life will be awesome, and change is often a good thing. It's time to welcome change and get ready for a new adventure. The affirmation, I am willing to accept help to make positive changes. Some good crystals are amethyst, hematite, moss agate, and lepidolite. I am willing to accept help to make positive change. Yes, I love it. All right, let's get some Moon Magic mini deck messages here for you, Scorpio, for this month of October. Let's see what else you need to know here, Scorpio. All right, that one there and this one here. Okay. I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views. Moon God, I'm not even going to attempt to say that. It means rabbit on the moon. Hopefully you can see that. It's T-U-E-R-Y-E. I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views. So, you know, you're learning. I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Waxing give us one, you know, making sure you have all the facts so you can make the best choice, the best decision. You're not being reckless or hasty. I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. All right, let's get some language of flowers mini deck messages here for you, Scorpio, for this month of October. Let's see what else you need to know here. And you're getting 3. So they were like, you are taking all 3 of us. And I'm like, all right, I will do that. Okay, so Xenia, absence. What is not here is the key. Ooh, okay. We have wisteria for longevity. Plan for and take the dedicated path. You know, you're conserving your energy here, you guys, your precious energy. We also have tuberose for desire. Be certain of where you place your passion. Ooh, choose wisely here, you guys. Discern wisely. All right, let's get you a bonus from the Oracle of Destiny, Scorpio, for this month of October. Let's see what else you need to know here. You have humidity coming in. Ooh, okay. You've got a bonus in this month's reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for running the numbers up on your last month's reading. If you want a chance at a bonus in your next month's reading, make sure you run the numbers up on this reading. So it is your whole hand included here. So the divinatory meaning, are you afraid to show how you truly feel, of being judged as not appropriate for a situation? Imagine that your job is to carry a lit candle from the other side of a lake. That lamp is your emotions. Protect the candle. Don't let it fall into the water. You know, you are a water sign, Scorpio, and water is the power of your emotions. And she is holding a green candle there in healing. So you may want to light a healing candle. You know, you can include, you know, like, not just your, you know, health in all areas, mental, emotional, spiritual, with your money, your finances. There we go. I'll finally get it eventually. All right, Scorpio, these are your messages for October. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button. You know, hit it with the razzle dazzle. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with all of you. It really does bring a lot of joy into my life. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you, and I am very grateful and thankful beautiful to each and every single one of you. So looks like you're reaping some amazing things. Yeah, there's disappointments, there's misunderstandings. Sometimes, you know, people act cocky, but you know, there is something to celebrate, something exciting. Slow down, you know, have a teachable spirit. You know, your ships are coming in. You know, you could have a nest egg even that's about to pay off for you in a big way, but pay attention to where your money is going. Maybe there are apps or something you're paying for that you're not even using, so you could cut that out and have a little extra jingle in your pocket. Remember that you can leap from thing to thing, and don't fear falling off. If you do fall, just get back up. You make sure you are steering your life in the direction you want to go. The rainbow is showing up as a promise that you will never be flooded with more than what you can handle, and get together with your friends, have a good time. Let me see. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to do that. But we have, you know, you got prosperity, you got freedom, you got healing, and you got animals. You have change coming up ahead. Step into your true authentic power and embrace the natural flow of life. Just let it be, you guys. You are in your Empress era. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. The Empress just allows things, and boy, does she receive, you know, a lot of wonderful things. So, all right, Scorpio, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.